Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, Wooden Railway Adventures, Episode 133, The Arlesdale Rumor. It was a bustling morning on the Island of Sodor. Everybody was hard at work. Well, almost everybody. 5 troublesome diesels were sitting in the shed, and they had no intentions of moving at all. Ugh, yawned Frank. I didn't sleep well at all last night. I had a terrible nightmare. So did I, said Diesel. What was yours about? I don't really remember, said Diesel. But anyway, the plan for today is, the Diesels held their breath, we're going to do no work. Hooray, cheered the Diesels. You know, Diesel, said Bert, your plans have been lacking the past few days. He was obviously kidding. Well, thank you, Bert, said Diesel. I do like to be uncreative, if that's the right term. Oh, look, we have a visitor. Billy was puffing down the track. He stopped at the airfield. Oh, look, said Billy. Diesel, sitting in the shed. That's nothing new. Hey, Billy, said Diesel. Go away. Nah, I don't feel like it, said Billy. My driver's gonna go talk to Tiger Moth's pilot in the Sodor airfield, so I'm here to stay for a few minutes. Oh, bother, said Bert. Billy, just leave, right now. I can't, said Billy. Hey, Frank, I'm surprised you aren't out and about today. Now, why would I be out and about, laughed Frank. I'm here to stay. Can't you tell? I can tell, said Billy, but, I just figured after the recent events you would, want to get out and stretch your wheels. What recent events? Said Frank. That rumor. What rumor? Asked Frank. The rumor about the Arlesdale Railway. What rumor? Said Frank. He had no idea what they were talking about. Be quiet, Billy, said Dennis. Frank, he's obviously just pulling your chain. Don't believe him. I'm not so sure, said Frank. Billy, please explain to me what this rumor's about. This rumor's been going around the Island of Sodor since this morning, said Billy. It's about an engine returning to the Arlesdale Railway. Frank gasped. No, he said. It can't be. Relax, said Airy. Billy's obviously pulling your chain. No, said Frank. This makes total sense. I've always been trouble since I've come to the Island of Sodor. Here I am, just sitting in the shed, doing nothing. Sir Topham Hatt's finally decided to ship me away. Relax, Frank, said Diesel. If he tried to do something like that, we would stop him. No, said Frank. You have no control over what Sir Topham Hatt wants to do. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, my. I have to go do something about it. What do you mean, go do something about it? Said Bert. He was getting very suspicious. I have to leave. I have to go right now. Oh, look, it's my driver. Frank's driver, had just walked up. Hello, Frank, said his driver. What are you doing here? What am I doing here? Said Frank. I'm sitting in the shed. Yeah, that's nothing new, said his driver. Anyway, I was gonna go have coffee with Tiger Moth's pilot over here at the airfield. If you need me, just holler. Wait, driver, said Frank. I need to go out. Go out? Yes, I need to go around the island. What? Said the Diesels. Why? Asked his driver. Because there's a rumor going around that that an engine from the Arlesdale Railway is going to be sent away. I must figure this out at once. All right, said Frank's driver, I guess. He hopped inside. Frank, said Diesel, what are you doing? I'm going to go stop this, said Frank. I need to figure out what's going on. I'll try and stop him, sir, said Dennis. He tried to go forward and block Frank's path, but it was too late. Frank was already way down the line. Attaboy, Frank, said Billy. Well done, well done. Oh, said Frank, my wheels, they ache. Come back here at once, Frank, said Diesel, but Frank ignored him and continued along down the line. Oh dear, said Dennis, backing up. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to let him get away. It happened so quickly. That's all right, said Diesel. Frank is pretty fast for a tiny diesel. Anyway, looks like it's just the 4 of us now. You mean he's not coming back? If he does come back, I'm kicking him out. He violated rule number 1. You're right, said Bert. From now on, I guess it's just the 4 of us. Yep, said Diesel. Frank is on his own now. Frank rolled sadly into Knapford Station. He wasn't feeling well at all. Henry and Rosie were there, and they gave him a strange look. Oh, hi, guys, said Frank. Frank, said Henry, it's nice to see you out and about. Yes, it is, said Frank. I've decided to, leave the diesel sheds and come out and do some work. Well, it's nice to see you out and about, said Rosie. Thank you, although I'm not doing too well today. What's the matter? Asked Henry. About that rumor. Oh, yeah, said Rosie. I forgot you were on the Arlesdale Railway. Well, I'm sorry about that. All I can say is, good luck. Yes, said Frank. I need good luck. It's unfortunate, but I think I'll be able to cope with it. Yeah, I'm sorry too, Frank, said Henry. You know what? If only Sir Topham Hatt could see that you were here at Knapford Station ready to work, then he might reconsider. Exactly, said Frank. The problem is I just don't know where Sir Topham Hatt is. Well, I'm sorry, said Rosie. Maybe he'll change his mind. I hope so, said Frank. Just then the 3 engines heard a whistle, and Mike puffed in. He didn't look too happy at all. What's the matter, Mike? Asked Henry. Oh, dear, said Mike. Today's the worst day ever. What's the matter? Asked Rosie. I'm being sent back to the Arlesdale Railway. Frank gasped. No, he said, I am. No, I am. Haven't you heard about that rumor? Yes, I've heard about the rumor, said Frank. An engine from the Arlesdale Railway is being sent back. Exactly. I'm from the Arlesdale Railway. It can only be me. No, I'm from the Arlesdale Railway. It can only be me. Stop it, you two, laughed Henry. Can't you see? You're both from the Arlesdale Railway. The two engines gasped. Henry's right. We are both from the Arlesdale Railway. Yeah, said Frank. I'd never really considered it like that. Well, thanks, Henry. No problem at all, said Henry. Anyway, well, I guess it's just not me. It could be you, Frank. Yeah, said Frank. This is really weird. I didn't even know you were from the Arlesdale Railway. Really, said Mike? Well, that's a story for another time. Anyway, we need to find Sir Topham Hatt. Exactly, that's why I came here to Knapford Station. But he's nowhere to be seen. You know, said Rosie, you two should stop arguing, get the third engine from the Arlesdale Railway in on this. What do you mean? Said Mike and Frank. You know, the third engine. What third engine? Toby. He's from the Arlesdale Railway, too. The two engines gasped. You're right. Toby's from the Arlesdale Railway, too. You know what? Said Mike. It could be me, or it could be me, or it could be Toby, they both said. Wow, said Henry. You two are a crack-up. Anyway, I better go. Yeah, same here, said Rosie. Goodbye. And Rosie puffed away with old Slow Coach. I best be off, said Henry. Good luck, you two, and, well, I hope Sir Topham Hatt makes the right decision. Henry puffed away down the line, but there was soon trouble. He came to the level crossing, and there was Byron. What's the hold-up? Asked Henry. Byron's run out of fuel, said his driver. It's going to take a while for supplies to get here. Oh, bother, said Henry. I'm going to be late for sure. Back at the station, the two engines were fretting. Oh, dear, said Mike. I don't want to be sent away. Neither do I, said Frank. We need to find Sir Topham Hatt. Exactly. No, wait, we need to find Toby. Exactly, said Frank. I wonder where Toby would be. You'd think if we waited around at Knapford Station, he'd eventually show up. Yeah, you're right, said Frank. Hey, said Mike, I just thought of something. What? Well, it's almost 11 o'clock, and Toby has a train at 11:30 at Elsbridge Station. He's probably at the yard right now, picking up Henrietta. You're right, said Frank. We must go there and find him at once. Mike began to puff away to the yard, but he soon found trouble. There was Henry. I can't go any farther, he said sadly. Oh, bother, said Frank. Well, we'll find a way to the yard, and we'll meet there in 5 minutes. Sound good? Sounds good, said Mike. Mike began to back up, and Frank sped away. They were both off to find Toby. And the two engines were right. They found Toby in the yard with Henrietta. Oh, said Frank. Toby, we're glad to see you. Yes, indeed, said Mike. Toby, we've been looking for you everywhere, and luckily we found you here. What's going on? Said Toby. He had no idea what was going on. Well, said Frank, we need to talk to you about something. Yes, said Toby. Have you heard about a rumor lately? What rumor? Said Toby. There's been one going around the Island of Sodor, said Frank, that involves us 3 Arlesdale engines here. Yes, have you heard about it? Not really, said Toby. I haven't really talked to anybody today. Well, said Frank, the rumor says that an engine that works on the Island of Sodor that's from the Arlesdale Railway is going to be sent back later today. Oh, said Toby. Well, that's unfortunate. Yes, said Mike, and since it's us three Arlesdale engines, we need to find Sir Topham Hatt. That's exactly what I was going to say, said Toby. I have a train in a couple of minutes at Elsbridge Station, and I can't be late. You come find me again when you find Sir Topham Hatt. Sound good? Oh, look, said Mike. There he is. And Mike was right. Sir Topham Hatt roared up. Sir Topham Hatt, Sir Topham Hatt, said Frank. Can you come over here for a sec? What is it? Said Sir Topham Hatt, and he pulled over and stopped. Sir, said Mike, we have something to tell you about. What? asked Sir Topham Hatt. There's been a rumor going around among the engines today that an engine from the Arlesdale Railway is going to be sent back. And being it's us 3 Arlesdale engines here, we just wanted the truth. Sir Topham Hatt was about to reply, but Mike interrupted him. Sir, I'm sorry for all the bad things I've done lately. I'm sorry for the time I put water in Henry's coal, and, I've been having Stepney lately, shut my trains, and, sir, I've just been a very naughty engine. I've been playing with the freight cars when you weren't looking, and, sir, I'm so sorry. I've been a very terrible engine. Same here, said Frank. Sir, I'm sorry for all the times I've sat in the shed doing nothing with those evil diesels. It's a waste of time. I hope you can see that I'm a really useful engine, and all I want is something to do. We're sorry, sir, said the engines all at once. Well, said Sir Topham Hatt, I'm not sure what to say. Sir Topham Hatt had kept a very straight face up until now, but just then he and Toby burst out laughing. What's so funny? Said Frank. Toby was hysterical. You two should see your faces right now. Mike wasn't very amused. What's the matter here? He said. What's so funny? Sir Topham Hatt was finally able to calm down. Well, he said, There's really no truth to the rumor, to answer your question. Toby and I started it last night. The Injuns were shocked. You started a rumor, Sir Topham Hatt? Yes, said Sir Topham Hatt. I like to keep up to date with my Injuns, and well, I figured starting one little rumor wouldn't hurt. Wouldn't hurt, said Frank. This day's been terrible. Yeah, we've been chasing you around, and luckily we found Toby here. This is ridiculous. There's no good to this rumor at all. Well, said Toby, I can see some good to this rumor. Huh, said Frank. I'm sure you can, Toby. Actually, said Toby, I can. First off, Mike, it's very unlike you to have Stepney shunting your freight cars. Yes, said Mike. I don't feel well about that at all. Well, at least you admitted it, and it's off your boiler. Yes, indeed, said Mike. You're right. And Frank, you know what? It's nice to see you out of the shed. Hey, Toby, said Frank. You're right. It does feel nice to get out of the shed. See? You know what? This rumor wasn't so bad after all. Well, you had us on a wild goose chase there for a while, said Mike crossly. Please don't ever do that again, sir, said Frank. That's all right, said Sir Topham Hatt. I promise I won't. There's really, you know what? A small rumor isn't that bad. I guess you're right, said Frank. Anyway, sir, said Mike, is there any truth to an Arlesdale engine being sent away? Well, said Sir Topham Hatt, if an Arlesdale engine that's red and an Arlesdale engine that's brown don't get out of here and do their work really quickly, I could order an extra ship. Sir Topham Hatt hadn't even finished his sentence, and Mike and Frank were off. Sir Topham Hatt and Toby stood there laughing. Wow, sir, said Toby. You certainly showed them up. Indeed, said Sir Topham Hatt. I don't see what's wrong with a little rumor now and then. I don't either, sir, said Toby. Frank and Mike are certainly going to be on their toes for a couple of days. And with that, the two began to laugh again.